Hey guys, I'm over here at this house in Cyprus. It's a rental and they have a pedestal sink that is in really bad shape. The finish on it, it's leaking in 2 or 3 different spots on the drain, and the owner decided to put a Home Depot Vanity in with new faucet and new plumbing and everything. So that's what we're here to do today. So we'll go ahead and get some video of that, and from beginning to end, and we'll go ahead and get it done and share it over the weekend. Alright guys, basically what we got here is we got a pedestal sink, and it's leaking in 3 areas. It's leaking on the faucet, it's leaking on the drain, the pop-up drain, and it's leaking on the somewhere above the trap. The condition of this is not in good shape, as you can see right here. It's all checking. So basically we're going to put in new angle stops, new plumbing, new everything. Vanity, the owner picked out a Vanity, so we'll be putting that in as well.
Thank you for your work. I'm about to head off. My wife is here. Okay?
Oh, sounds good. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Just stay out of the way, please.
Well, that's pretty bad. This.
Oh, that's looking good. Right there's looking good.
Good morning. How you
There
doing?
you go. Good morning. How are you?
Good.
Gonna get a new sink today.
Oh, great.
We'll put that right there for now.
So, how long will it take?
2-3 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah,
Okay.
something like that.
So we'll have some of the kids here.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
no worries.
the water will just stop for.
Yeah, the water's off, but it'll be back on before. Once, yeah, we're gonna change the valves, and then the water will be on. It's not gonna be, the water's gonna be off maybe 30-40 minutes more, and that's it. Yeah, and then water will all be on.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Let me cut this baby.
Okay, cut around it. Want me to just tap it a little bit, maybe?
Sure.
There we go. Oh, does the base have anything down there?
And the base behind. Now, what I need to do is maybe see
The
if he's
hoses
got
are
any
disconnect?
sealant. Yeah, everything is disconnect. And over here, there's no
Okay.
adhesive, so
Let me just wiggle a little more.
it should come out.
There it is. It's coming.
Yeah, over here, I can see the
Yeah, a little bit right
separating
there.
now.
Right there.
But, yeah.
Okay, cool. Minimal. All right, you want to make sure that I can go through.
Sure.
Let me put my watch over here. Okay, you want to make sure that I can get through?
Sure. You need help
Make
with
sure
that?
no, just make sure that I clear
Okay.
that a little bit. Let me see. Let me get my hand. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It has to come out very easy.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. Yeah, we'll get it. What's that, a bit? Oh, that's a stud. Okay, coming through, guys. Watch out. Okay, Alec, get the curtain.
Okay. Come.
Let's see what we got here. Okay, so that isn't bad. That's all gonna be covered. We'll get a pair of vice grips on these studs right here. They're lag bolts, right? They go into the 2x4s. So we know we got a 2x4 here. We'll make sure, because look, here's the electrical. So the 2x4 is probably right here on this side of the electrical. So we know we got that. There we go. We'll get these bolts out right here. It's just basically a lag bolt. You can see where it went into the wood there. They got lucky that they were able to find something back there. Unless they had it open and they put a piece of plywood in there. There might be a piece of plywood in there. You know what I mean? You know how they put a board 1x6 in there and then they drywall it? Because what's the chances of them being able to find two studs that line up with the holes on that sink? You know what I mean?
Right.
Almost nothing.
Is this ready?
Okay. Okay, cool. You want to open up the curtain for me over there? Next here, go ahead and cut that, and then we'll clean up last. Cool, we'll clean up those threads. You want to take a look? Look at that. Look at that. You got WD-40?
Yes, I did.
Oh, WD-40. 40 of them on the inside. Okay, there's a puller. We do that because we file this to keep this all the burrs knocked off, but we usually take a file and we make it stop, because if we don't, we leave burrs on it. When it forces its way into here, sometimes this doesn't want to come out, so we take a file every now once in a while and we keep it off this lip, because we don't want to file this lip. That lip has to be big to block it here, but we do put the file on that and WD-40 to keep from having to. We bent the tool that came with it, and then it didn't want to go in, so she's got her own little tool she took off
fancy,
of it.
right?
Fancy tool, yeah. Okay, the other one. Now I'll sand it while you go get the push-ons.
There it is. Got stuck there. The ring. There we go. Alright, I'll sand that if you want. Or you want to sand it, and I'll go get the. I'll send it.
Alright, here you go. Look what I got. Oh,
Oh, nice.
I like that. Should I just get there?
I did not. I measure from about, right here.
Yeah.
And then if I get close to it, that's great. All right, here's your pencil. Did you want to put on?
Go ahead.
Okay, that went almost right on the money. I always go a little bit more than usual. Okay. The other one? You gotta get this white thing in there in the center. And then out. There's my pencil mark right there. Turn these off. Turn these off. Go off the camera stand. Alright, let's see here. We can, if you want, we can move all that crap out.
Yeah.
Put it in the, let's see. Let me get a tape measure. And, get a measurement. You can move that if you want. Barely see it. Let's see if I can see it better. 24 and a 16th. So I'm going to go 24 and an 8th. Okay?
That's good.
And then you can cock the gap. So let's go over here. You want to hold this part? Let's say 24.
Okay.
And an 8th, I said?
Yes.
Okay, right there. So, all right here. Right there. So, you're pretty good with a straight cut here. So, let me just make sure again. 4 and 8, and then the depth. Let's see what we're gonna do. I might just
On this side?
make sure that I'm okay on this end here. That I'm hooked up to I'm all the way to the last part. Can you put your finger there?
Oh, let me get in there. Let me put it down.
Okay.
Can I help you?
Let's see. Maybe I'll go this way. Hold on. Let me see it better. 18 and 3/8. 18 and 3/8. So if I go here, 18 and 3/8. I'm just going to go a little bit more. That way we don't have to fight it. So there it is, right there. So if you want to cut those two,
Okay.
let me get a picture of that before you do. Just put it on there. Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Let's do the cutting, the knife.
I would just go ahead and get a I think after that, a spatula will be good. Let's just do the other side, and then we'll get a spatula. Now we'll take a spatula. You know what? I want to save a piece just in case we need it. I'd take out that corner first. Take out that one, and then you'll be able to get the corner out. It's easier. There you go. Put it down a little bit lower. Put on that end. Get this one a little bit more. It's adhesive, I can hear it
Yes.
cocking or something. Don't grab it too low because it's tight. Use your hand, I'd grab it. Hand me all that. Thank you. Let me have that.
That's when the glue would.
Yep. Yeah, that's when baseboard is baseboard. Now it's all spongy. Okay. Oh, I've got some nails sticking out here.
Got it.
I got some, Al. There's dust in here.
Here, Vince. What are you using for those?
Got it. That's all there is.
You got
Oh,
it?
one more. I'll take what you got. Our beaters, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Always hit my head. That looks good because you cocked that.
Mm-hmm.
And that looks good here.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I want to come this way because I need a little space for the sink. I need to eat
Yes.
an inch of a
That's
gap.
looking good.
Otherwise, I can cram it all the way to the wall and then just let the sink hang over a little more.
Would you like me to bring it to you?
Let me try cramming it all the way to the wall, and then yeah, I think I'm gonna go for it right there. But before I do that, because I'm gonna leave it if it's good. I'm gonna say, okay, I got one right there, and I got a stud right here. I hope right there. Okay, so we're good there, we're good there. Okay, yeah, I'll take it. Okay. Okay. I gotta make sure that this gap and this gap is the same. But if I bring it out too much this way to get a nice even gap, Alicia, it's gonna look crappy, and then we won't be able to cut that. So I think I'm just gonna have a little bit more sticking out on this side, and this side it won't be noticeable. And we'll be able to take this door off right here. We'll be able to take this door off right here and maybe cock it. And get a nice clean fit. So I think I'm gonna go with it right there. And then you can just cock that gap right there. Otherwise, if I go like that, now that's feeling better. I think I'm gonna go right there. You want to get me a screw gun and a level, and we'll put a couple screws in the studs. Okay. We might need some shims, Al. Actually, not. Whoever did the tile did a good job. Both ways. Of course, this tile was done probably 15 years ago when guys took pride with their work. Nowadays they just slap it in. And I just noticed I've been in this business 30 years, 31 years, almost 30 years. And I see a difference with the tradesmen back then than the tradesmen nowadays. You know, you say I'm biased, say whatever, but that's what I see. We know our 2x4. We know we have electrical, and I'm sure it's coming from the attic down like this because it's a single-story house. I doubt if it's coming this way, but our 2x4 is on this side. Nothing here. Over here, I'm not worried about plumbing because it's here, so, and it's probably coming from the attic too. And we're not going near there, so let's just try it right here, since that's where the stud is supposed to be. Perfect. Perfect. Let me have a level again. Count 2 more screws. Perfect. Nice and solid. Level. Okay. All right, Allie. I think what's next is why don't we rig up the sink, because you know we're gonna move it if we put it on first. Let's rig up the sink, get everything on it, do a dry fit. If everything's good, we'll put our caulking on here, seal it, we'll set it, then we'll plumb it, and we'll move, and then we'll seal it, seal it, seal it. Nice and solid.
Very nice.
Nice and solid. This is what we did. We put the screws in there, as you can see. 2 there, 2 there. The studs are right there. Everything is good to go. So, all right, we're gonna get the sink rigged up. Okay, guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna rig our sink here, because if we get it all sealed in there, we wiggle it, tightening things, it's no good. Get everything here, go dry fit it. If everything's good, then we'll put some sealant around it. And they have a place on those cabinets for screws, but we don't use them. Never have. If you push a little bit too hard or don't drill it, you can end up cracking the sink, and it's just better to, everybody puts it in caulking, seals it that way. So back in the day when you would put Formica, then you would use those holes. But, we got a nice price fixture faucet going on there.
Well, this one doesn't need no.
This doesn't need no plumber's putty right here.
It has a gasket.
As you can see, it has the rubber gasket. When it doesn't have the rubber gasket, it just has a channel, then you put plumber's putty. So in this case, no need. Let me get a picture of that. Thank you. We got we're trying to get away from the faucets with the pull rods. We're trying to lean now towards these. These have a hair trap, so when anything gets a little slow, they can pull that out and clean the hair. They can go down there with a little zip wire, and they can clean the hair off here, and therefore. And then we always show the tenant, you know, what it's about. Okay, on this, we don't need no plumber's putty on the top because it has this right here. Normally, if they don't come with that, you put plumber's putty. In this case, here we used to put plumber's putty here, but now we use our plumber's dope. We just put a bunch of plumber's dope on there, and that does two things. Yes, it helps fill the voids in on these because these are kind of coarse sinks, but it helps. We also put it right here. That way, as we put it on the drain right here, that way as this goes up, it accumulates more dope around here. And then what that helps do is when you tighten it, it helps this to sink in. It lubricates this rubber so it sinks in a little bit further, which means a little bit tighter, and they never leak.
You see me installing these faucets all the time. As you can see, it's got a little channel, so make sure the faucet sits right on it, like this.
Locks in the channel.
Locks into the channel. You see it here, there, and then you just compress it with a nut underneath, and keep it that way.
All right. I want not only do I want the plumber's dope here, but I want a little on here so when it goes up, it accumulates.
Sounds good. I'll do that.
Okay. You want me to hold anything?
No,
or
I
you
got it right here.
Okay. Alright, so Ellie, I was going to go ahead and bleed those two valves to get the air out. That way we can make sure there's no leaks. I think before I do that, I'm going to go empty I can empty this in this box. There's nothing in this box, right?
No, it's completely empty now.
I'm going to rinse. I'll go over here, sorry.
Just make sure this is right where I need it.
Alright.
对啊，我做的，我就带过来看你让。
来收一梦。好，现在就买 almond milk，almond milk
哦 ，OK。
叫 milk。
对，我拿过来你尝一下，我说这个有渣，我也滤的掉。
我们喜欢像那个 Lisa 她做的就是里面还有渣的，我喜欢
它那个不用过滤，它那个可以过滤的，泡儿
但是还是有渣。它有时候渣比较多，有时候比较少。
OK。我只喝过一次，我觉得那一次还蛮。
那一次是他弟兄有加了水进去，他是真的加了冰块，
不是很浓，
还很烫。对，然后他就说加点。
那个没有可能要数的。有。哦，有 OK， 好，走吧。哇！
Be careful I don't crush the rubber. Pretty good. That's good, huh? How's the faucet still look straight? Looks beautiful.
This.
You want me to hold it while you put the drain on?
Okay.
You want me to take that out and put all the, I guess we can do it once you put it.
Yeah.
I was going to put it on, you can push it through if you want.
Just like this.
Because I always put some on that other rubber too.
Let me make sure that gasket is in place here.
Yeah. Why don't you let me goop that up a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
let me put a piece of towel down here. Here, I'll use this paper. I'll use the instructions
Right here.
that we never use.
Right there.
I know sometimes this shit falls off my stuff falls off my. You want to turn it around so they can see what I'm gooping up.
Okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hold that drain.
Yeah.
Well, you can actually just hold that tail piece right here.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna goop up. I'm gonna goop this up right here. That way, as this rubber crawls up, it'll accumulate plumber's dope. And not only that, though, it'll fill up any voids, because this is the T+2. I'll explain a little bit about that stuff. They got the other one that's mustard color, which is great. But this will lubricate, so that rubber will go in deeper and seal better. And if there are any little voids, it'll take the gap right out of it. You got that where you want it?
You just by pulling that even,
Yeah.
that will push in place.
Yeah. I'm just pulling on it. You see how it works. Okay, so as you can see, the rubber's going in nicely, and it's accumulating all that plumber's dope. Okay, I'm gonna leave it kind of loose so you can look at it, and then we'll wipe all that off. See if that's where you want it.
It just goes in.
Does it look good?
Yeah, it is good.
Okay, so here we go now. These you just kind of hand tight. I'll put a wrench on it just because, but I think that's pretty good. Let me have the wrench or the
Pliers over there.
Okay, right here, I got them. Just a little bit, guys, is all I do. Make sure I'm on there. Yeah, I just grab it here and just a little bit, because you will strip that plastic thread like that. That's good. Now, what's going on there is, if you can see, all that's accumulated. That rubber sank in there really deep, and if there are any porous little voids, that cream fills it up, and it really does good. And we just wipe it all down. Now, the difference with this stuff here is, from the yellow stuff, is this is for all plastics. And it's for propane, it's for natural gas, it's for water, it's for everything. Even some petroleum, it says. But the yellow one is great. And the yellow one is a soft set. This is a no set. Myself, I do a lot of plastics, a lot of ABS. So I buy this one because this is the only one that does all plastics, including ABS. The other one does plastic too, but no ABS, the yellow one. So basically, if you're using the other one, it's not really supposed to be working good with the ABS, where this one will. So that's why we stick to that one. I used to use a mustard color one for years, but then, and I was even using it on ABS, and it worked great. But I finally read the can and said no ABS, please. So anyway, this is it now.
So for the cabinet, do you want me to put a caulking around it?
No, I want to do a dry fit first.
And grab it in here, huh?
Yeah, we'll do a dry fit first, and let's see here. Hold on. Go ahead, you first. Can we help you? Not only will do a dry fit, but you can get all your plumbing rigged up, and then we'll remove it. Make sure there's not going to be no issue. Okay, what we did was, we were supposed to have 1/8 of an inch here and 1/8 of an inch here. But if I go more this way, this gap over here that's on this side is going to look ugly. So we are opting to close up the gap and have this sticking out a little bit more, which nobody's even going to see. So people will see this gap, people won't see this. So we're opting to go a little bit more this way with a little more overhang. It's just a personal choice that I made.
Okay, now we'll see. We're gonna make sure all her plumbing is. If we put the sealant on there and set it now, and she's playing with the plumbing under there and making adjustments, it's gonna wiggle. And so it's better just to go ahead and get the plumbing rigged up in there. And then we can undo it and then set the sink. I need to put the damn handles on it now. This is a wet rag if you need it. It's clean. It's dry enough. Okay, now what she's going to do is rig everything up, get it cut, get it ready to go. That way when we do set it, it's minimum work under there. We also take that white cream and we put it on these right here as well. Got the top on that way. And we also put it on the threads here, not so much because it's a sealant. This will seal it all by itself. It's just when you put the white cream on here and here, when you compress it with the nut, it's lubricated and it draws down nicer than if you notice when you use these nuts, you can hear a click when it gets too tight. And with that cream, that click almost goes away and it gives you a nice compressed like that, the way it should be. Anyway, that's just a personal preference. You don't have to do it. Most people don't. We do. Are you alright with this closer?
Yeah.
Even right here.
Is that the brightest?
I can go brighter. You want it brighter?
Well, no, it's not so much. That's
There you
better.
go. Here's a wet rag and a dry rag. Dry.
Okay. We're talking way down here, so we need to cut our pipe.
Let me get a picture of this. Can you put that in the picture, please? Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Yeah. Always.
You're so crazy.
Sometimes.
That's how she treats me when she gets mad. She starts throwing things around, does everything extra fast, and then she ends up goofing up or something.
Real, just gonna stop here. You don't have to enough.
Let's see how
Wipe
much.
that off before
See
you
how much
cut
I
it.
need. Let's see how much I need to cut on this one first.
Yeah, I think you're
That's
probably.
gonna be here. Let's try this one first. That one.
Now hold your trap up and make your mark with that. Watch. Just put it up. Leave a little play in it. Go down a little bit. Now, put your trap, and then you can kind of see. Put the other piece down a
I
little bit.
got it.
Okay. You got it?
No, but I like to hear you talk though.
You like to hear me talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, right.
20, 30 some years.
I'll just. There you
Love it. Okay, now we're talking probably this guy.
I fit a pipe differently than she does, but it doesn't matter. As long as it all gets done, it's right. I don't care.
Let's see, it's gonna be here. We're talking very short.
Hmm?
Very short. We need to go on this guy.
Be careful. I cut a little at a time.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna go through that one.
Perfect. Done, done, done.
I got some caulking done. I got some caulking. to the
Okay, I'm
top.
ready.
You done?
Yeah.
Okay, let me show these people everything. This here, we like this. It's DAP. We like to set our sink in it because not only is it a sealant, it's also an adhesive. See right here, it says adhesive as well. This will lock this in. This top will never break loose until you take a utility knife and a putty knife and work your way around it. All right, we're gonna move. She's all done, so we're gonna go ahead and set the sink. Okay, I think I'll take this out right here. Put it outside. Hey, I'm hooked on you. There we go. Okay, so basically now she's going to run her adhesive all the way around. We're going to set it, and then she's going to hook up her plumbing, and then we're going to go from there. It doesn't need to be much, it just needs to be a little bit on the high spot. That way, on the high side, that way when we set it, it squishes down. If there's any, like, you notice there was like a little bit of a void, but I don't want to take it out. Because I like the way the sink was setting. I like the way the sink was setting. So I'm not gonna shim it in that particular way. I'm gonna set it the way I want with the, as long as nobody touches it for 24 hours, it'll be good to go. We set sinks like this for years with the same old DAP, and we go back to these buildings where the sink is there 16, 17 years later and have to remove it, and it's a bear. But it stands the time with kids bouncing on it, pushing on it, pulling on it. It really does better than the screws. The screws will actually start to loosen up, or the hole underneath in that material elongates a little bit.
You know, the back of the sink, it has like that little indentation. We can drop some, or how do you want to do it?
No, I think we'll just go ahead and put a couple dots on the sink right here.
Okay.
Maybe give me like 3 little dots right here.
Where will you lay those?
1, 2, and 3. And we'll show them nice and high. Off camera. Okay, what we did was we put these 3 little dots. That way it helps keep the sink from rocking and rolling over years to come. Now what I like to do is I like to get it right where I think I'm going to get it.
And you got it right in place.
And I'm right in place. So now what she'll do is she'll go underneath it and she'll look wherever it is and she'll run her finger and kind of just make a nice weld. And the drywall is wavy, but it won't matter because when she caulks it, it's going to look beautiful.
Ready for my drink.
See if there's anything that needs to be caulked under there, if it's all good.
It's so good.
Cool. Let me wipe this shit off my hands and then I'll set up the light. Looks good? How about on the outside over here? Check on at least this side.
Okay.
Looks good, right?
It's good.
Okay.
I can actually put some after.
Yep.
You know, when I'm done
Yep, yep,
doing all that,
yep.
then I can do it again.
Sounds good. Okay.
Okay.
All
So this
right.
one I threaded in, it goes smooth. It's gonna be good.
Leave it loose until you make sure everything lines up. Go ahead and put the nut on it.
I'm gonna put
That
the
way-
white cream on it.
Okay, go
You know what
ahead.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just brought everything loose, but everything fits. So we're gonna do our. You know what? I'm gonna do the hoses first. Okay, the aerator's on.
Yeah. What time does the street sweeper come? Because I'm worried about her getting a ticket. It comes today. Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's put a rag, I think.
我不知道会有哦。
It's gonna splash a little bit. Let me see.
That's good.
And then let's try the other one. Let me just get the other one to flush. Okay, now let's put the aerator back.
Yeah, go right ahead.
So,
She always removes the aerator because we shut the water off at the house, and sometimes a lot of that crap comes out and clogs up the aerator. So we always remove the aerator, blow it out a little bit, put the aerator back. Now she's going to check for leaks. She's going to fill it up a couple times and let it rip. I don't know where she's going to park. She's probably going to want me to move my van and watch it. I can't because I'm in here.
right?
Right. I would, yeah, there you go. That looks good. Okay. Should we put this under here and check for leaks?
Yes, let's do that.
Yeah, she didn't know it was street sweeping. She was going to get a ticket.
Oh no.
How's everything doing?
I give it one flash, I fill it up, and then it went good.
Oh, that's all I
And
want.
there's no leaks, you can see.
What do you got down there? Toilet paper?
No, that's a napkin.
Okay.
But again, look at it when it fills up. I think we need to tell them.
What we like to do is we like to fill it up and put it with pressure, because if you're going to find a leak, it's when it's under pressure going down. If you just run it and there's no pressure on it, then sometimes it won't even leak until somebody actually puts it under a little bit of pressure.
Let me have the handles, the poles. I can put them on.
I would go ahead and fill that up all the way and let it rip. Almost
Show you
ready.
water, yeah.
So we good?
The you wanna
You
show
open the
the
cap?
water?
It is right there. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
what
How
she's
much
doing,
is that? Yeah.
she's going to fill it all the way up to the edge here.
Now it's ready.
Okay, open it so we can see.
There we go.
That way I don't think we got any monkey business going on. Okay. Here we go. Turn it off. It's about half. It's almost down all the way.
Oh, that's a good section there. Pretty good.
Nothing here?
No drain? No,
Okay,
no,
let's put a
no.
light on it. Hold on. Nice and dry, nice and dry. Nice and dry. At the wall, how about back there?
I can see.
Can you see back there?
Everything's dry here.
Can we play with one? We have some on the truck, right? I just saw him just pull on it and it come off.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
But okay, now let me work on this one. So I'm gonna need some packing here. This way is so big. So yeah, I'll go get something. I'll find something.
I have some foam where the cocking is on that thing.
I will check.
Okay guys, everything is plumbed and working good. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna put some caulking here, all the way around, all the way on top, all the way over here, and all the way down and at the baseboard. What she's doing is stuffing a little foam because that gap is rather large. So I bought these new condoms. Like they're like that's how I would say it because they look like it. They're just like them. And basically, when after you cut this and you have anything extra, you put it on like that, and it rolls like that, and it works really good. Keeps everything fresh. And then after they wear out, you throw it away. But you get a package of 100 for like $12 or 13. I'm not sure, on Amazon. Okay, that was our Ring doorbell. Let's see who that was. Who was that? I better go to history. There we go, 10:55. Oh, it was the cat. Look at that cat crossing right there. Let's see if I can run it back. Let's put it this way. There's the cat right there. Let's hit play. There's a cat walking across, setting off the doorbell.
Neighbor cat.
Neighbor cat. That really makes it look like one piece.
Have to build it up because it's kind of like taking
Yeah,
it, one end.
large gaps.
So then.
I tag their invoices with all these pictures. I put 15, 20 pictures on each invoice. And at first, I was like, I bet you that's way too much. I bet you it's a pain in the ass for the customer. So I started asking customers, and they told me they loved it. And I said, well, why? Why do you love it so much? And I said, don't be afraid to call me out or say something that you think might offend me. I want to know. He goes, well, a lot of times people do work. And they claim this, and that, and they don't even do half of what they're claiming, but they inflate their invoice with a bunch of things that they know is not happening. And when you do it and you take all these pictures of
it actually being done, it takes the guesswork out of the invoice, and I feel better paying it. When I get an invoice and I go, oh, that's kind of high, or that's, you know, is that too much? And then they go through the pictures and they actually see each and every step. Then they understand it, and it justifies my price. And so now I stick the pictures to it, really. I mean, I add those pictures in, and they love them. Take it like this, and bring it down like that, and that seals it up. And eventually, you'll get a hole. I kind of just take it and go like this a little bit, bring it up. That way I don't have that sharp edge pushing on it. So I kind of just walk it up a little bit, and that takes the stress off the tip. And it'll be ready for the next time. So, let's get that door back on.
Okay.
We don't have any backing rod at Home Depot, from Home Depot. We're all out, so she's using toilet paper and stuffing it in there, and then she's going to go ahead and take the caulking and do the same thing that she did up here. This is the finished look over here. Let's see here.
What does the gap show it up?
I'm going to show it. Don't worry. Let's see. Everything looks like one piece. She's stuffing the hell. Oh, my light went out. I'll change that in a minute. Stuffing the hell out of it with toilet paper. See the toilet paper backing? So, yeah, get rid of this light here and put another light on it. Yeah. Now that can I hold that for you?
I think it go from here, Ben.
Huh?
It'll go from here. Watch. Let's go here. That. There it is. See that? Easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy.
Yeah. Let's hold the back of it. And that. There it is. And the bottom one. There you go. Okay.
Well, guys, it looks like we're done here.
That's it.
We're gonna instruct the lady on.
Okay.
We're gonna put a piece of tape on there, masking tape, so they don't use it, just to remind them.
Mm-hmm.
And grab a few more pictures, and we're gonna call it done.
And we have a weekend.
We have a weekend. And we asked the guy if he wanted a baseboard on the side, because you know some of the other rentals, the high-end rentals, they want the baseboard. Everybody said no. So he said just put it in, cut it where needed, put it in. So, all right, guys, I think that's gonna be it. Let me just
That's it. Look at.
let's see how she lines up the door. Sometimes from Home Depot they don't come lined up.
It was rubbing on the bottom.
It was rubbing on the bottom. So she adjusts those hinges. Let's see here. She adjusts those hinges
Now
so
you can
everything
bring it up a
is.
little
She's
bit.
gonna bring it up a little bit. Go ahead. The way she does that is there's little adjustments on the hinge down there.
Let's
And
see
then-
what we get. Almost there. Yeah.
Almost. Let's see.
There you go.
Almost.
Bring it
Bring
down.
that one down a little bit.
There it
Perfect.
is. All done.
Looks good.
Perfect.
Well, guys, it's completely done. So here we go. Let's take a quick look at it.
Let me get out of the way.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that makes. So I don't think there's anything sloppy about this job. Well, guys, we're gonna take off. We're gonna clean up. You want to say goodbye, Al?
Bye.
Okay. Have a good weekend, guys.
Done.